Learn about the deadly dangers of prescription drugs and opioids. Help end the epidemic in South Carolina, because painkillers can be just plain killers.
Left side, touchdown Carolina. It's deflected and broken up. The Gamecocks win it, and they drop him in the backfield. What a year for Carolina football. The Gamecocks go on the road in the SEC. They beat Vanderbilt by holding them down to less than 300 yards of total offense. And Carolina also puts up 37 in a balanced attack. Coach, not the best environment, but that's the way it ended. A torrential downpour here in Nashville. Had a weather delay during the game. About everything that could go wrong on a road trip happened. But the thing that's most important is you got the W.
There's no doubt about it. And I think the key word you used was balance. That's what we were offensively. We controlled the line of scrimmage. It started with our first offensive possession. We didn't know when the weather was going to hit. I knew we were going to take the ball, knowing we were going to have some dry weather for at least a quarter. It turns out we got to about the third quarter before it got bad.
Yeah, you got 10 points in that second half of play, and you held Vanderbilt to nothing before that weather hit during the ball game. Carolina wins it 37-14 to go to 2-1 on the season. Coach, on our Palmetto Health Injury Report, I saw some guys get off the field. Javon Kinlaw, A.J. Turner, Casey Crosby as well. What's the status on them?
Casey's got a finger. I don't know the severity of that. Javon Kinlaw's fine. Rashad Fenton had a thigh contusion. Shy Smith had a thigh contusion. I think both of those guys are going to be fine. A.J. Turner had a little bit of a shoulder. I don't know the severity of that right now.
Yeah, got to get them right as they go back on the road next week against Kentucky. Carolina winners tonight in Nashville. We'll check out the highlights when we come back on Carolina Football with Will Muschamp.
Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks. Wild Wing Cafe, we've got just the thing to make you wild. And by your Carolina Ford dealers, fan and proud sponsor of Gamecock Football. Coach Muschamp's clothes are provided by BRITTONS of Columbia. Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
The Carolinas are family, which is why all of us at Ford Motor Company are committed to helping our family of dealers, customers, all Carolinians, restore their lives. If you've been affected by Hurricane Florence, we're offering you the same pricing as our Ford family of employees. Plus, you won't need to make any payments until next year. Ford family of employee pricing, plus no payments until 2019, helping to get our Carolina families on the road to recovery.
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 o'clock. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information.
Welcome back to Carolina Football with Will Muschamp. It's time for our Toyota keys to the game. Toyota, let's go places. Coach, you go on the road, you try to take a couple things with you all the time. What were a couple keys when you stepped down the field tonight?
Went on the line of scrimmage. We told our guys, we got to stay balanced offensively. We have to have the ability to run the football, to create some explosives. You saw Shi Smith, we liked our matchups in the slot there. Defensively, stop the run. And when he's very effective offensively, when they're able to run the football and have the play actions off of it.
Boy, that was the first time, too. Vanderbilt had over 400 yards of offense against Notre Dame a week ago. You hold them to 284, and then the balance that you mentioned as well. Great job. In fact, let's go out and check out some of those highlights. Vanderbilt Stadium, Derek Mason, Will Muschamp meeting up. The weather's a lot better right there, Coach.
There's no doubt about it. Well, I want to thank our fans. We had more than they had, and certainly had more than they had after the bad weather. We start here on the inside zone, really blocked well. Rico really hits the crease. I thought we ran the ball extremely well. We looked at a little perimeter play with Debo right here. Really nice job of blocking on the perimeter by KC, and then Debo's a running back after he gets the ball. He got a strong lower body, continues to run the ball really, really hard. Then you look here, 7-man protection, and we really liked our matchup in the slot, and Shi was able to win the slot on the inside seam ball. So well protected by our offense, and really good design by Brian McClendon and our offensive staff.
That looked like the 52-yarder he had against the Michigan Wolverines in the Outback Bowl. But Carolina up 7-0, 3-play drive really to start it. And then Vanderbilt comes out. Coach, you turn it right back around, and this drive stalls. But Parker White comes in for one of his 3 field goals.
Really proud of Parker and how he's kicking the football. You see, we're getting a lot of penetration. Kiera Thomas, Javon Kinlaw. When we're able to get that sort of penetration, it's going to really help us establish the line of scrimmage defensively. But we rushed 4 extremely well. Really nice job by Javon. We've got to continue to create one-on-ones for him, but it did a nice job of rushing the passer. And they drop 8 right here, and we throw the ball across the middle, and they drop their nose out. He tips it up and catches it and gives them a short field right there at the 23-yard line. But unfortunate, Jake's had 2 of those tip balls be picked this year. We come back and they hit us on the power play. We got to do a better job of bouncing the football, getting it on the edge right there, and then supporting the run from inside out. But we responded well. We held them to a 4th down. They were able to convert. Then we go right back to the slot. Jake does a nice job of looking off the receiver. They got a different guy in there now, and we still like our matchup in the slot with Shi. So we get down there, and then we're able to punch it in to make it a 10-point game.
Shi has a career high in catches and in yardage, and the first time since 2 years ago we've had both the 100-yard receiver and running back. And there's the guy who did it, Rico Dowdle.
Really nice job by Rico, going and just taking the ball north and south and understanding what you need to get right there. And then really we played this well, and well played on this side right here, and they called it a touchdown. I'm assuming it was. We'll go back and look at it.
Tight play, good coverage, great play by them. And that's 17-14, and you go back to work here. Dump down play to Rico.
Well, so critical to get points before the half to create momentum for your football team. We did it in our first ball game, and then we did it here. We're setting it up on the perimeter right there. Didn't get it. We're fortunate enough. Jake gets rid of the football, takes a shot at Brian in the back of the end zone, and we're able to get a field goal.
Coach, you go in with the lead at halftime, but you had to be concerned because Vanderbilt's a team that had outscored its opponents 57-6 in the second half of ball games. What'd you talk to them about coming out in the second half?
Well, just continue to do what we're doing, stay balanced offensively, win on the line of scrimmage, put them in obvious passing situations, let our 4-man rush go after them. Here we're on a 3-by-1 set, really critical 3rd down conversion coming right out of the half and hitting the ball on KC right there. A little option route with KC, catches the ball really well in traffic. Then we come back, again, this is a called run. Jake sees an opening down the field. He hits the hole between the corner and the safety. Well thrown ball, very good decision. And then we hit the ball there, and normally the DB needs to play the ball right there, but unfortunately we didn't quite get that call. But Parker comes in and splits it right through the uprights. Really proud of him when he was asked to call to go in there and make some field goals. He did an outstanding job, and that's what we need him to do.
He's knocked everyone down this year, all inside the 40-yard line. And Coach here turns a streak of defensive plays right at this time in the ball game amazing. It's 23-14, and Kinlaw goes back-to-back. That's a sack right there, a strip sack. Really
nice rush right here. He wins inside and then gets the ball off the quarterback. We wish we'd gotten that recovery right there, but really nice job right there. And that's just a 4-man rush. And if we're able to pressure with 4 guys rushing, that helps your pass defense immensely. But then we come back here, another critical 3rd down situation. We really got to knife this thing here, really attack his inside shoulder. and try and force a missed tackle right there, but now a big one again. You see right there the sack, and then Aaron Sterling, all the boys are going to give him a hard time on this one. He should have scored right there. They're going
the turf monster got it.
They're going to get after old Aaron right here. Bryson's trying to get a block for him, but we come back here and then hit the ball with Debo right there. You know, again, we'll see if the ball breaks the plane there, but a heck of an effort by Debo, and then really nice job of getting the ball in the end zone. We get to a heavy set right there, and Mon Denson's able to get it in the end zone.
It's great to get Mon back in, Coach. He looks a little bit better. How's his hamstring doing?
Well, he's still not 100%, and he's just really situationally playing for us right now, but we need him on special teams. He's a very valuable player for us.
That's our second half highlights. The Gamecocks take a break because of the weather delay. Those second half highlights brought to you by Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
Here you get another nice pressure there. Bryson Allen Williams had a lot of pressures, really played a good 6-6 technique for us. And then we're here at the end, a really nice play call by Brian McClendon to get the ball on the edge to Tyson, go away from Debo Samuel, and then be able to get the score right there. Really nice job by Tyson getting the ball in the end zone and making it a 37-point game. And then really good job by some of our young guys coming in here and playing late and not letting them in the end zone. That, you know, I would have been very disappointed if they had scored there.
We were all sensing that as well. Nobody wanted the score at that time. The Gamecocks win it on the road 30-14. Coach, it was raining hard. Your football team had not lost a fumble coming into this ball game. You lost 2, and I know you need to look at those a little bit closer, and they're all different, but other than that, and a couple guys nicked up, pretty good night.
Well, you got to secure the football, especially in those situations at the end of a game, to have another opportunity to score, to put the game out of reach, and still it was a 2-score game there till late, and it shouldn't have been.
And the Gamecocks are winners in Nashville on the road, and the SEC is as good as it gets on a rainy, wet night. Everybody's still a little happy here in Music City. We'll be back on Carolina football with Will Muschamp.
We've all been there. Gridlock. But this is the 2018 Nissan Rogue. It's got Pro Pilot Assist and can stop and start on its own to help keep your distance from that car ahead, and can help keep you centered in your lane.
Get a low $199 per month lease or get 0% financing for 60 months on Rogue.
Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
We had a large storm, and our home was hit pretty bad. The next day, a friend of ours recommended Crescent Construction. They came out and replaced our entire roof, and we were very pleased with the work they did.
Call Crescent Construction's professional staff to do a detailed roof inspection at your home today. Absolutely free.
I've already referred Crescent Construction to a friend of mine.
Call Crescent Construction, South Carolina's #1 roofer and the official roofer of the Carolina Gamecocks.
When the Gamecocks go bowling this year, you will too. South Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance is sending one lucky winner to whichever bowl game our Gamecocks attend. One winner and guest will get airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the game. Visit usccontest.com to register and check out all the details. That's usccontest.com. Farm Bureau Insurance is a proud partner of Gamecock football in your home for the Gamecock Bowl Game giveaway.
During this year's certified South Carolina grown Palmetto series, we're promoting Fresh on the Menu, a program that connects South Carolina farmers with area restaurants to bring you meals made with fresh, locally grown ingredients. Or try creating your own Fresh on the Menu meals at home. So download the Fresh on the Menu app today and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste. And go Gamecocks!
Carolina is back in action. We are in Nashville, Tennessee for the first road test of the season. The Gamecocks are back into SEC action in the Music City. It's Carolina versus Vanderbilt. He's got a go route down the right sideline, man. They're caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Shai Smith. Wants to go down the field on a post route. It's covered. The Gamecocks are there, and they got a pick. Rashad Fenton with his second of the season. Left side of the pocket, ball batted in the air and knocked down. And Kinlaw, back-to-back play. Offset eye, Sherman hands off. Bond, right side, spinning into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Wants to go down the field. Shot Smith wide open. Goes to 20.
They'll take him down all the way to the 3-yard line before they can drag him down.
Handoff. Rico up the middle. Power game into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Rico Dowdle. Schumer untroubled. He's sacked again. The ball picked up. Aaron Sterling running for it, and they trip him at the 15-yard line. Javon Kinlaw with Pierre Thomas on the sack. Bentley under center from the 1, left side. Mundenson into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. They hand to Tyson. Leaping over the top. He broke the plane. Touchdown, Carolina. On the road in the SEC, and Carolina gets its first road victory and first conference win of the season. The final, Carolina 37, Vanderbilt 14.
Here we are down on the goal line. Again, the quarterback's legs in the red zone are critical these days, and people are getting in these bare fronts, double sink fronts, and they're very difficult to run block against. But when you're able to enable your quarterback, and this is just your typical quarterback counter. Corey Helms is a puller. He's going to either log the outside defender or kick out the outside defender. He's logging this because the guy stays on the line of scrimmage. We're asking our running back right there, I believe is A.J. Turner, to go clean up any trash, and for Jake to just to find air. Let's go try and get the ball in the end zone, and he does a fantastic job of it. It's a really nice job, Jacob August coming back, or taking the defender out in man coverage. Corey right there reading the defender. He's going to log that, and then really Jake just finding air right here behind A.J. and go scoring.
Gamecocks ran for 195 yards against the Terriers in the ball game.
This is your typical triple option football right here. We've got a stunt on where we're bringing our corner and we're bringing Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson is our dive player. So he is assigned to tackle the dive. That's his job. Jamarcus King is really becoming the pitch player. And then our alley defender is Sky Moore. We're trying to buy him in the alley and then buy the safety in the alley late with Chris Lamons coming out of the field. So tough thing here is when they create what I call a load option series, they've got a lead blocker on our alley defender. So Sky does a nice job really right there of playing the cut block. Playing the cut block and staying on your feet. Because if they get you on the ground right there, we're playing with 10. Jamarcus takes the pitch, we take the dive, and then we got to rally to the quarterback right here with effort. Really nice job by Dante Sawyer, who had a knack for knocking the ball off people. Our defensive staff does the best job in the country of emphasizing turnovers and taking advantage of violators. In this situation, you look right there, that ball is, the tip of the ball is down. And this is a great job. You see Dante right here, he just punched the ball out. He went after the ball. And we tell our guys all the time, we want you to secure the tackle first, but if we can go for a turnover and you feel like you can get the ball out, take a shot at it. This is the most important thing. They actually named the game after it. So it's kind of an important deal.
He had 5 forced fumbles, and of course your team led the conference with 28 turnovers gotten a year ago. And that's our film session with Coach MUSCHAMP. Now it's time for the Quackenbush Contract Construction Update on the Long Operations Center.
Really very few design changes in terms of the architecture, but there is still design ideas still evolving as the building is coming up. So as an example, there's a lot of brand in the building, a lot of messaging in the building, a lot of graphic design. And as we see the spaces form three-dimensionally, that informs those final decisions on those elements of the design as well. This is a very complex building with a lot of specialized spaces, and the integration of graphics, of equipment, of technology in the architecture was vital to its success. Again, I think the biggest challenge was making sure we had the right placement and adjacencies of all these things, because as you can see, this is a very large facility, and what happens at one end of the building is pretty far away from what happens at the other end of the building. So each of the spaces is very specialized. A tremendous amount of specific requirements related to technology and equipment and graphics in each room, but there's very little duplication from space to space. So each one is highly specialized.
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Hey, what do you guys want to listen to?
Oh, hip-hop. Reggaeton.
EDM.
EDM.
What about bubble trance? Bubble what?
Bubble trance. It's a thing. Oh. My point is everyone's got different tastes. That's why Verizon lets you mix and match your family unlimited plans so everyone gets the plan they want without paying for things they don't. And right now, the whole family can get 6 months of free Apple Music on Verizon.
Oh.
So let's play that reggaeton. Old school reggaeton, not the new stuff.
Get 45 million songs with 6 months free Apple Music on us, only on Verizon. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy J3V.
I would tell myself, just be where your feet are. Just work on you. And looking back, that one decision gave me the chance to rewrite my story. That moment I decided to go back to school. And now, I help protect some of the world's largest companies from cyber criminals. It still blows my mind. I found more than a job. I found a way to make a difference.
Good hard work has earned Jay Urich the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the football team, Urich is a sophomore in the College of Arts and Sciences with a 3.864 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Wide receivers to the right side of Bentley. Daddle in the backfield. Fake to him. Bentley. He's got a go route down the right sideline. Man, they're caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Shi Smith. 38 yards out on the road in conference play. That's how you get emotion into it. 38 yards, the extra point upcoming. Boom.
That's our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Shi Smith, coach, inside. He lines up. He's deadly against those guys he plays with. Over the shoulder, great throw from Jake Bentley.
Well, he's got great acceleration, great quickness off the ball. Jake did a really nice job of getting the ball to him, but really nice design by our offensive staff. They knew we were going to get the one-on-one matchup and a well-thrown ball, and Shi's a very difficult guy to cover in the slot.
Start of a great night for him. Career highs in yardage and production overall. Got a big third down for you as well. Congratulations to Shi Smith. Our Terminex Pest player of the game, Coach. It's not often a defensive tackle leads your stat line like he does, but Javon Kinlaw was unbelievable tonight. Your thoughts on his play?
Well, he's a very disruptive player. We really asked Javon in the offseason to work on his strength, core of his strength, and he has, and he rushed the passer extremely well tonight, and he can be a very dominant force. It's hard to chip guys inside. You can chip guys on the edge, hard to chip guys inside, and it's our job as a staff to create as many one-on-ones as we can for him.
It's rare that I get to read this kind of line. He had 5 tackles, 4 solo, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, a pass breakup, 2 quarterback hurries, and 2 forced fumbles. So I think you take that every week from Javon, wouldn't you?
No doubt about it.
Congratulations, our Terminex Pest player of the game, Javon Kinlaw. Now it's time to hear from My Carolina.
My Carolina is giving back to the place that gave me so much.
My Carolina is lifelong learning and finding my home.
My Carolina fosters opportunities for endless growth.
My Carolina is friends, family, and a place to call home.
My Carolina is a lifelong connection to my alma mater.
Ah, another truckload of Toyotas. What a sight.
Yeah, during Toyota's national clearance event, we've got the last of the 2018s. And super low APR financing.
Maybe that's why they go so fast.
Okay, that's got to be a record.
Right now, during the national clearance event, lease a new 2018 Toyota Tacoma SR5 Double Cab V6 for just $219 a month for 36 months plus $500 bonus cash.
Save on the last of the 2018s. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
During this year's certified South Carolina grown Palmetto series, we're promoting Fresh on the Menu, a program that connects South Carolina farmers with area restaurants to bring you meals made with fresh, locally grown ingredients. Or try creating your own Fresh on the Menu meals at home. So download the Fresh on the Menu app today and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
And go Gamecocks!
We've all been there. Gridlock. But this is the 2018 Nissan Rogue. It's got Pro Pilot Assist and can stop and start on its own to help keep your distance from that car ahead, and can help keep you centered in your lane.
Get a low $199 per month lease or get 0% financing for 60 months on Rogue.
Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Learn about the deadly dangers of prescription drugs and opioids. Help end the epidemic in South Carolina, because painkillers can be just plain killers.
Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks. Wild Wing Cafe, we've got just the thing to make you wild. And by your Carolina Ford dealers, fan and proud sponsor of Gamecock Football. Coach Muschamp's clothes are provided by BRITTONS of Columbia. Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
Welcome back to Carolina Football with Will Muschamp. Gamecocks winners tonight. Got to go back on the road next week against the Kentucky Wildcats. Coach, they're playing well early on in the season. I don't know how much you've been able to see them and whether your staff's been able to look ahead too much.
We have. When we canceled the game, we started on Missouri and Kentucky a little bit just to get ahead a little bit before we started on Vanderbilt. Very physical on the offensive line, really dominated the line when they played Florida down there. Benny Snell's an outstanding player. The quarterback's a really good athlete and throws the ball extremely well. And then Mark does a fantastic job on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach, I know you wanted to talk about the fans. We were talking about it in the post game again. I mean, I think there were more here Gamecocks than there was Commodores in the stands, but it was a big part of it. In a stadium, in a game, after the delay, all that stuff where you could have been flat, they were a big help to that process.
There's no doubt about it. We got the best fans in the country, the most loyal fan base in the country, and we appreciate them.
See if we can get to Lexington next week as well. We'll need them another road game in the SEC Eastern Division. But tonight, the Gamecocks are winners, 37-14 over Vanderbilt. Thanks for being with us on Carolina Football with Will Muschamp.